Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFC South, you've probably noticed that things are heating up. The Atlanta Falcons, a team that's been quietly building momentum over the past few seasons, is now poised at a critical crossroads. And no, I'm not just talking about the draft or free agency. We're talking about strategic moves, roster adjustments, and perhaps, most intriguingly, some potential trades that could redefine the division. The Falcons have been making smart moves, but the question remains, are they about to make a bold statement that sends shockwaves through the NFC South? Well, stay tuned because what I'm about to reveal might just be the biggest news you've heard all season. But first, let's set the stage with a quick look at how Atlanta has been shaping up. The Falcons, under head coach Arthur Smith, have been gradually turning the tide. Last season, they showed flashes of brilliance, especially on offense, with quarterback Desmond Ridder stepping up in his sophomore year and showing promise. They have a deep, talented wide receiver core, led by the phenomenal Kyle Pitts, who, despite some injuries and inconsistency, remains one of the most physically gifted tight ends in the league. And let's not forget the resurgence of Bijan Robinson, the rookie running back, who has been a game-changer already. But what really gets fans excited is the team's potential to add that extra spark, that piece of the puzzle that can take them from contenders to serious Super Bowl contenders. Now, I want to shift gears for a moment and talk about the NFL landscape in general, because it's not just about what the Falcons are doing. The league is always in flux, and this offseason has been no different. Teams are making aggressive moves, some for rebuilding, others for contending right now. And one common theme across many franchises is the importance of roster management, especially at the tight end position. You see, tight ends are such a crucial part of any offense, and having a reliable, explosive player there can make all the difference. The Falcons, for instance, have Kyle Pitts, but beyond him, they're pretty thin at that position. That's why I've been keeping a close eye on potential trades, especially involving established tight ends who could immediately upgrade Atlanta's offense. And here's the thing. There's a lot of chatter about a certain player that could be available via trade, and I think it's worth discussing because it might just be a game changer for the Falcons. We're talking about a veteran tight end who, despite some question marks, still has the talent and experience to make an immediate impact. Now, I won't name names just yet, but imagine a scenario where Atlanta makes a bold move, trading for a proven weapon that can help elevate the passing game and give defenses more to worry about. That's exactly the kind of move that could push this team over the edge. But before I dive deeper into that, let me talk a little about the NFC South and the current division dynamics. The Saints, Buccaneers, and Panthers have all made their own moves, signing players and making trades that suggest they're not just content to stay in the background anymore. The Saints, for example, have been aggressive in bolstering their roster, especially on defense, trying to get back to their dominant days. The Buccaneers still have a solid core, though questions about quarterback stability remain. And the Panthers, well, they're in rebuild mode but have some promising pieces that could surprise everyone. It's a highly competitive division, no doubt. And the Falcons, with their young core and smart management, seem ready to take a leap, especially if they make a strategic move at tight end or elsewhere. Now, let's get into some specifics about what's happening around the league that could influence Atlanta's plans. Recently, there's been a lot of buzz about trades involving veteran tight ends. Teams are looking to shake up their rosters to either rebuild or push for a playoff run. For example, the Seattle Seahawks, a team that's been quietly rebuilding and trying to maximize their cap space, have been mentioned in conversations about trading some of their underperforming players, including tight ends. They have a talented guy named Noah Fant, who's shown flashes, but the numbers don't quite match his paycheck. Fant, who was acquired in the blockbuster Russell Wilson trade, has put up some decent stats, over 130 catches, nearly 400 yards, and a handful of touchdowns over his Seahawks tenure. But when you look at his production relative to his salary, it's clear that Seattle might be looking to move on, especially to clear cap space and perhaps bring in a player who can do more with less. This is where the Falcons could come into play. Imagine if Atlanta targets a veteran tight end like Fant, someone with the talent to step right into the role and immediately upgrade their offense, especially in the red zone. Kyle Pitts is a mismatch nightmare, but he's still developing consistency. Adding a reliable veteran could take some pressure off him and open up the offense even more. Plus, with the Falcons' cap space and draft capital, they could make a move that's both strategic and impactful. Remember, trades like these aren't just about immediate needs, they're about setting a foundation for sustained success, especially in a division that's only getting tougher. Now, let's talk about some of the other options out there. The Jets, for example, have been rumored to be shopping around their tight ends, especially after losing Conklin to free agency. They're in a bit of a rebuild mode, and adding a player like Fant could be a quick fix for their passing game. But for Atlanta, the allure is clear. Fant's experience, his versatility in blocking and receiving, makes him a valuable asset. And with the team's offensive scheme under Arthur Smith, who loves a balanced attack, bringing in a talented tight end could unlock new possibilities for the Falcons' offense. And don't forget, Atlanta has been quietly building a solid defense, too. The addition of a versatile tight end isn't just about the offense. It can help control the clock, create mismatches, and keep defenses honest. Imagine a scenario where Atlanta goes all in on this move, trading away some draft capital, but gaining a player who can make an immediate difference. That kind of bold move could be the difference between a playoff appearance and a deep run in the postseason. Now, I want to switch gears a little and analyze the Falcons' roster and what they need to get over the hump. Besides tight end, the team still needs to shore up their offensive line and maybe add a few more defensive pieces, especially at linebacker and cornerback. But the tight end position is a glaring hole that, if filled with a proven veteran or a breakout player via trade, could unlock a lot of hidden potential. Kyle Pitts, with his athleticism and size, is still a work in progress, and having a complementary piece who can step in as a reliable target is crucial. Looking at the bigger picture, the Falcons' future is bright, but they need to be bold. They've set the stage with good drafts, smart signings, and a coaching staff that's focused on developing talent. Now, it's about taking that next step, making a splash move that signals to everyone in the league that Atlanta is serious about contending. That's the kind of move that not only boosts the roster, but also sends a message to their division rivals that the Falcons are here to stay, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get back to the Super Bowl. And speaking of the Super Bowl, let's not forget that Atlanta has a rich football history. From the days of Michael Vick to the unforgettable run in 2016, when they came so close to glory, the city of Atlanta and its fans have been dreaming of that ultimate moment again. The team has the talent, the coaching, and now perhaps the opportunity to make a bold move that could turn those dreams into reality. It's all about strategy, timing, and a bit of daring. The NFL is a league where trades happen fast, and fortunes can change overnight. The Falcons have the pieces, now they just need to piece them together at the right moment. So, as we look ahead to the upcoming weeks and the draft, keep an eye on Atlanta. They could be setting up for something big, whether it's a trade, a signing, or a strategic draft pick. The division is closing in, and the Falcons are not content to stay in the shadows. They want to be the team that surprises everyone, that makes the bold move, and that finally brings Atlanta back to the promised land of the Super Bowl. It's an exciting time for Falcons fans, and I truly believe that the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe the Falcons should go all in on trading for a veteran tight end like Fant? Or do you think they should focus on developing their current roster and building through the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Remember, the NFL moves fast, and what seems like a small change today could be the catalyst for a complete turnaround tomorrow. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. Whether it's trade rumors, free agent signings, or draft projections, we're here to keep you informed and engaged. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Falcons.